Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a regular here. Okay, so this video is not the one I'd planned to do. This is the continuation of the Idaho 4 series. I've got some new information. Today I'm actually filming this, and today marks the 2-year anniversary of the Idaho university students, 4 university students who lost their lives on the 13th of November 2022. Last night, while I was relaxing, just about to get ready, well, I was just about to go to bed actually, and I had Xana pop in. And I was quite surprised because she seems to have been one of the most quiet ones as far as my readings have gone. But she connected with me last night, and I was quite surprised by what she told me. So she said, and this is someone I have not actually thought about doing a reading for until now. I'm sure I would have done eventually, but he wasn't at the top of my list. But anyway, what she told me was, I've had to write this down, guys. The first thing she said to me when she came into my energy was that Ethan died for the same reason that Brent Kopacka died. So I was like, what? I know very little about Brent Kopacka, or I knew very little about him. After this session I had with Xana last night, I had to do some research on. I mean, I knew as much I knew about him was that he was someone who had died. I didn't even know that he had been taken out by law enforcement. And that, I mean, I'd heard his name. I thought there was some connection. I didn't know what the connection was between the Idaho 4 case and him. So anyway, I said, I asked her, what do you mean Ethan and Brent Kopacka both died for the same reason? This is what she told me. So Kopacka had knowledge of what had happened that night that Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee died. He knew that, or he knew and had proof that law enforcement were involved. I don't know why, I don't know how. Okay, I'm hoping I'm going to find out through this reading that I'm going to do on Brent Kopacka tonight. So Ethan died for the same reason because, stay with me, the guy that I am from now on going to be calling Mr. X, because I don't know who he is, and anything that people tell me is speculation. So Mr. X, that Ethan had been fighting with, that you want to call his arch enemy. You know, some people have mentioned someone with the initials DL. We don't know who it is, or I don't know who it is yet, but I'm going to call him Mr. X. So Ethan died because Mr. X had found out that Mr. X was a rugs runner working for law enforcement. Okay, get your head around that one. So Mr. X was working for law enforcement as a rugs runner. And again, I don't know how Ethan found out, but Ethan already knew that Mr. X was a rugs runner, but didn't know about the connection between where he gets his supplies from and who he's working for. And it was a particular, either one or two particular names, and I don't know who they are, but it was one or two particular names people that are working as law enforcement officers. So he'd found out that he was linked, and he was being organized by law enforcement themselves. Sorry, Mr. X was then instructed by law enforcement to terminate Ethan and make it look like a fight that got out of hand. It did not go to plan. It caused hysteria, chaos, and made the situation worse. And I was also shown Ethan being very vocal at the time of the fight, at the time of the attack, being very vocal to anyone that could hear that Mr. X was running rugs for a particular cop. I'm also not sure, and it's something else I need to clear up, but I'm also not sure if this actually happened at the house. I can't figure it out because of what I was shown. I can't remember if it was Xana's reading or Maddie's reading. One of their readings made it feel like they were all together at the same time. I can't remember. I cannot remember the readings that I've done. So anyway, I need to clear that up as well. So I think the plan was that Mr. X was meant to take out Xana at the same time because the likelihood of her knowing was extremely high. However, Mr. X couldn't do it. I don't know if it's true about the rumours that he had a bit of a thing for Xana. He could not do it. So cue law enforcement being called to the scene of the crime to basically clean up the rest. And again, I need to work this one out because I keep seeing I keep seeing Kaylee and Maddie being the last ones to arrive at the house. And I don't understand. It's either that they were the last ones to arrive at the house or they were the only ones to arrive at the house alive. So I'm going to do a reading on Brent Kopacka. Before I continue, and I should have said this before actually I even started talking, was that this is for entertainment purposes only. There is nothing I'm saying is based on fact. It is all complete and utter speculation. And, you know, this is just one of many theories, one of many possibilities. Freedom of speech, call it what you want, but I am not accusing anyone. I am not, I'm not making any accusations. As I said, this is just a psychic reading and psychic insight regarding the Idaho 4 unalivings on the 13th of November 2022. So I'm going to be looking into Brent Kopacka. So yeah, obviously I did a bit of research on Brent Kopacka and realised that he was taken out by law enforcement. Apparently because he was causing, he was threatening, I don't know, some people I don't know if he was sharing accommodation with, threatening, I don't know if it was threats to kill, but let's just see if I can connect with him. Clarifying life situations, first deck. First card is Flames of Passion. And it says, let the flames of your passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires they may ignite in your journey. Okay, that to me is about him gaining knowledge and being very determined to make sure that justice, you know, that was revealed. It's like he was on a, it feels like he was on a mission to expose someone. But that bit that says be mindful of the fires they may ignite in your journey, that's like he probably knew the risk he was taking. This says open to receive, invite abundance with open arms, embrace the blessings waiting to flow into your life. I don't know why I immediately thought of money then. Immediately thought, was he offered payment? Silence to silence him? So this is the What's the Vibe deck. Give me a second. Wow, I'm straight away. I've got him. He's basically, because I've been trying to work out how did he find out, and apparently the connection was made because law enforcement were trying to set him up for they were trying to frame him. I don't know how he's something to do with. Is he? I don't know. Is he something to do with the computers? Because wasn't he an IT guy or something? So, God. So I saw something that he saw something on camera. Sorry, let me carry on. He went, you know, once he realized that they were trying to frame him, that's when he went, you know, he went into, he spent hours and days just trying to research, find out reasons why. But he could access camera, like CCTV cameras. Okay, so what's the vibe? Keep getting that card every time. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, downfall. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, downfall. Smell the roses. Slow down, take your time, get out in nature. That's got to do with anything. Rosenthal. The roses. Smell the roses, Rosenthal. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't involved in in Kopacka's death. But he's not showing me that. He's showing me the link to the students. Okay. So we have what lies beneath. Is Brent Kopacka in a relationship? I'm trying to figure this one out. It's expecting new beginning. Something to do with a pregnancy, and I don't know if this is about if he was in a relationship and his girlfriend or his wife was expecting at the time of his death, or if this is something to do with one of the police officers involved. I'm going to come back to this. Next one is putting on a show. Yeah. So I mean, the whole energy around the night that Kopacka died was literally that. It was putting on a show. This deck is the True Crime Oracle. We have death and we have fraud. I was just thinking, what's the fraud about? That he's just going, yep, there was fraud, there was fraud. That's all he's saying to me. There was definitely fraud. Yeah, I mean, I think the fraud was rife, probably within the police. Links to rugs and money, and my God, it's just literally like the town was being run by the mafia. I can't think of any other way to put it. Probably still is. I don't know why I'm saying was. Right. Let's do the tarot. So we have flames of passion, clarified by the Hermit. We know that Brent Kopacka is a Libra, or was a Libra, sorry. And as far as this is concerned, he was alone. He was alone. So people were evacuated before the police turned up, and he was alone at the time of his shooting. Six of Wands. They succeeded. They succeeded in what they were trying to achieve. They silenced him, and they stopped anything going any further at that point. So open to receive, open arms embrace, the blessings waiting to flow into your life. What's this about, please? The Lovers. Ten of Pentacles. They definitely tried to pay him off. He definitely tried to pay him off. Whoever this law enforcement person was, he could have been a Gemini. Again, I've no way of finding out, but so chaos clarified by the Page of Swords reversed. Which chaos are we talking about here? Four of Wands. This Page of Swords is showing, he's showing me himself. Brent Kopacka is showing me himself. Yeah, okay. He's showing me himself at the time of his passing, and the narrative they tried to paint of it being a standoff of some kind, and it was just, you know, kill or be killed kind of situation, which it wasn't. It's literally like they just literally opened the door and killed him. There was nothing, no, yeah. Four of Wands. It's like accomplishment, achievement, getting something over the finish line, job done. Yeah. Smell the roses. So this is about the person I mentioned. Oh, fuck it, I'm going to say it again. Rosenthal. Queen of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. Which is I think it's Dylan. I mean, I hadn't quite figured out who it was Dylan was connected to in that respect. I knew it was Ellie, but I didn't know who it was. But apparently, according to this, it's Rosenthal. Unless there was more than one of them. Ace of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, she's getting paid as well. So expecting, who was expecting? Ace of Cups. I need to look this up, guys. Unless anyone knows, please leave a comment. Was Brent Kopacka in a relationship? He didn't have to be in a relationship for someone to have been pregnant. You know, maybe there was someone that could even be someone he'd had a one night thing with that ended up pregnant. But this does show that it's someone that he was connected to and had feelings for. And if this doesn't make sense, then I keep thinking it's a someone in the LE whose wife was pregnant at the time. I don't know why I'm being shown that. Perhaps it's a clue to who's responsible, because there's more than one. So I'm being shown roses for Rosenthal, and the other one, it feels like, is, if this isn't Brent Kopacka's girlfriend or wife, then I'm being shown the other one as being someone whose wife or girlfriend was pregnant at the time. Page of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this just kind of shows me that that obviously that child is now in existence and would be around 2 years old. So let's try and work it out, guys. Let's try and work it out. Putting on a show, clarified by the Two of Swords. They took 2 of his weapons from the property when they left, before they left. Because he had, I know I seen on, from doing my brief bit of research last night, that he was, he collected knives or something. I don't know, but they took 2 of them. I don't know why, no idea, but it'd be very interesting to find out if one of those just happened to be I can't remember what the name of the weapon was now that they're saying that Brian Kohberger used. Magician, illusion, trickery, manipulation. Coming in with putting on a show. Then we have fraud. Three of Cups. Five of Wands reversed. So there were, the night Brent Kopacka died, there were three other people he was socializing with, friends, I presume. And they were, I don't know how they managed this, they evacuated them so that there was only Brent Kopacka left in the room or in the building. The Five of Wands in reverse is a battle lost, you know, like defeated. Hasn't anyone ever like come forward and told their side of the story of that night? Surely there were witnesses. It feels like specifically three people that could be death. Seven of Cups. What? The Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands shows it happening very fast, like it happened very fast. But the Seven of Cups says that that's not how it was relayed to the public. They spun an illusion around how the length of time, all of that, that was also an illusion. But it actually happened very quickly. Okay, I'm going to pull one set of clarifiers. Seven of Pentacles reversed. Hanged Man. Sorry, I didn't show you the picture. This is the Hanged Man. It came in the reverse. No, it came in the upright. But that picture just is what Brent is showing me, is the targets all over him, like every single one of those red little lines. It was like he said, that's literally for the moment he decided to pursue this. That was it. He had no chance. He's just said to me, you know that Mr. SG, I think we know who we're talking about. Mr. SG. He said, you know, he works in IT, don't you? He said, I'm not saying any more. Does he? Does he work in IT? Sorry, the next card we're clarifying is the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers and the Ten of Pentacles. He's paid off, clarified by the Hermit reversed. Two of Cups reversed. Sorry, Brian Kohberger. No. Did law enforcement ever try to link Kohberger and Kopacka at any time? Because he's showing me, by the way, Kohberger is a loner. If you've ever met one, he's a definition of a loner, and yet they were trying to make out that we were best buds. Never knew him. That's what he said. I never knew him. Because we've got the Hermit and the Two of Cups in reverse. So the Hermit is representing Brian, and the Two of Cups in reverse is the there was no connection. Four of Wands, clarified by the Magician. So this is about the chaos. It's about the chaos. Four of Wands. Page of Swords, which is Brent. 4 of Wands. Job done. Magician. One of these Ellies are coming up as the Magician every time. Master Manipulator. Eight of Swords reversed. It's literally like, no, there's nothing to see here. There's no connection. There's no, you know, there's no absolutely. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, they're basically, there will never be a connection made to any member of law enforcement. They are they're completely free to do whatever they want as well, clearly. So let's find out about Rosenthal. The High Priestess in reverse, one who knows but does not speak. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, that's about right. Looks like a maggot. Seven of Wands. I think yes, he's probably had to fight off his fair share of rumours and God knows what else, but I'd be very interesting. I cannot wait for this trial. I don't mean that in a bad way. I have every sympathy and every ounce of my being cannot imagine what those families are going through. But I shouldn't even say but. The people that have to appear in this case, like Rosenthal, I mean, I presume he's got to take the stand. He can't get away with not taking the stand. But the thing is, he's not under, you know, he's not under, what's the word? He's just a witness. It's not like he's going to be, I don't know. So sorry guys, yes. Page of Cups. Someone was expecting, and that baby is born, and it's now 2 years old. That is a clue. The Empress. Motherhood, maternal energy. I'm not saying there's anyone maternal here that is involved, but the person who is connected, if this isn't about Brent's girlfriend or wife, because I don't know if he was married or anything, but if it's not about him in particular, it's about the other person, the other member of law enforcement. If the other member of law enforcement had a girlfriend or wife at the time of the unalivings who was expecting, now it actually doesn't tell me that she'd only just found out she was expecting. I've kind of just assumed, oh God, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have just assumed that she would now have. I assumed that she was having the baby around that time, didn't I? Not that she just found out she was pregnant. Maybe I was meant to think that then. Yeah, that'd be interesting actually, because things like that happen for a reason. Is the fact that I automatically thought she had the baby at around that time of the unalivings, and that's what it's showing me, is the Empress becoming a mother. And I presume that child would now be around 2 years old. And that's the other person. That's, now we're getting somewhere. King of Swords. So he, he's coming through with possible air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Did I say something about a Gemini? I didn't I? Didn't I? I'm sure I said one of them was a Gemini, but I don't know if that was to do with, I think that might have been to do with the Brent Kopacka situation. So whereas this particular law enforcement person is probably a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or they have that in their chart. But either way, he is split personality. The World reversed. The Chariot. So this is about the putting on a show. So I mean, they're going to get away with it. Whatever happens, the people responsible are not going to be brought to justice. That is very clear, because even if it wasn't law enforcement involved, even if it was someone else, we've already established that if Brian Kohberger gets found not guilty, which I doubt, that there's never going to be any further investigation. That's the end of it. So whoever's responsible, especially if it was law enforcement, that it's not going to happen. So even though they feel that the world is against them, as in there are many, many people that don't believe their bullshit story, they're still safe. The Chariot. They will always be in the driving seat. They will always be in control of what goes on. I mean, these two particular officers may have to, I mean, who knows, maybe they'll have to retire, but they're not going to be able to carry on the way they were, because obviously that will become a bit too bloody obvious if they do after this case is over, probably during as well. But that doesn't stop the rest of them, does it? So that Five of Wands reversed. Ten of clarified by the Ten of Pentacles reversed. This is money, fraud, money. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Money went missing. I'm sure I've said this before, guys. Something about the Three of Cups. Money. There's something about debt or money not being paid. I don't get what the Three of Cups is about. The Eight of Wands. The Tower reversed. So the unaliving or the taking out of Brent Kopacka, as I said, was reported in a very different way to how it actually happened. Oh, God. So that, I don't know, again, I didn't have enough time to go into all the details, but they are trying to almost make out, this is what Brent's showing me, that he was given every chance, every possibility. They were there for hours trying to talk him down and la la la, and then no, and he wasn't, and they had no choice. And the Tower in reverse is basically about an a very avoidable situation. Oh, God. And we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Just like, that's it. Like, there was no, that's really his way of saying that was the end of that. There was no second chance here, nothing. Nine of Swords reversed. There's just no conscience, no nothing. So guess what I'm going to be doing now? I'm going to be doing a lot of research on who this other person is. I mean, we could expect it to be, because I presume they were together. They must have been together at the time. So were the two people, Rosenthal and BP? Were they the two cops that were on duty that night? I don't know. But I'd like to know if BP had a wife or a girlfriend that was expecting and had a baby at the time. And if it wasn't him, then this is something to do with Brent Kopacka, which is weird. It's a lot. This is a lot, guys. As I said, this is all my opinion. It is not real. It is not, this is a work of fiction. So just for entertainment purposes only. So the next reading I will be doing, as tempted as I am to go straight to someone like Brent Kopacka, or sorry, not Brent Kopacka, to go to someone like oh my God, I was going to call him Rosacea then. I've forgotten his name. How weird is that? I've actually forgotten his name, but I know it's Rosenthal. As much as I'd love to go straight to Rosenthal and BP, I can't and I won't. It will still be Mrs. Goncalves. Thank you so much for watching. If anyone wants or is interested in a private reading, I have got an offer on at the moment. So if you refer a friend, so if you and a friend book, and I don't mean at the same time, it will be separate bookings, friend, relative, whoever, then you both get the reduced rate of 25% off. So yeah, for a live 1 hour reading. So drop me an email at revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. Please check the email spelling in the description below, because it's easy to get wrong. And otherwise, I thank you, every single one of you, every single time, for your love, your support, your engagement, and I return it to you tenfold. Enjoy the journey. See you next time.